4 devastating floods in 18 months. Parts of New South Wales have been completely obliterated. Just as they'd recovered from the last one, almost to the very day for some, the next disaster struck. I watched the news, like you are now, saw the images, but I wanted to see it for myself. So I headed out to the Hawkesbury region. A weather emergency we've seen far too often this year. Homes, businesses and livelihood shattered by another record flood.
It was pretty scary. I was like, didn't think it was going to come in. Yeah, didn't know what to do at one point.
You feel helpless. You don't know what to do. Yeah, you're just kind of speechless with what do I do? Like, who's going to help me?
Really scary.
It's impacted a lot of people.
There's water as far as the eye can see. Entire streets submerged. And the rooftops of houses just poking through the muddy debris. Now what you're looking at is the top of a shelter, so a roof at a caravan park here in Richmond. It's completely underwater, the whole thing. The caravans have had to move up to the car park. There's something so eerie about this, and I've seen so many images on TV, but nothing translates the way that it does when you're here in person. Tyler Castle's home was hit hard following the heavy rain. Tyler, where we're standing now is completely underwater. Can you describe what it's like to have your entire home flooded?
Pretty stressful for one, and it's heartbreaking. It's not just heartbreaking for me, it's heartbreaking for the kids. It's heartbreaking for everyone. Like, the last thing you want is you're losing your valuables. You don't know what you lost until you need it. Just the feeling of, you're inside, you got water on both sides, front and back, and you're wondering, how do I get out of here? This is my third time. I was a little bit more advanced, had me kayak ready to, get me kids and, my partner out. But yeah, what can you do now? Like, it's a domino effect, and we just got to pick up the pieces.
How scary is that for you as a dad?
Your kids, everything.
The damage in his home is quite simply unbelievable. Floors covered in mud, and the walls, well, they're just falling apart. Oh, wow, look at literally that. How do you live in this? You can't. An orange line, a simple reminder of just how high the water rose. With roads underwater, boats are now, well, really the only mode of transport.
Yeah.
Okay, great, thank you. So we hitched a ride with the SES to check out the extent of the damage. Now you can see the Upper Hawkesbury Powerboat Club and how high the water is. This water now is actually 3 metres lower than the peak of this flood. Is this as bad as you've seen it?
Yeah, it's quite up there. The level of devastation is unthinkable out here.
Anna, you're getting a lift to work. Where do you work?
I work at emergency at Hawkesbury Hospital.
So you're completely cut off, are you, or you were?
We were cut off. Our street was flooded. So we only had foot access out of our property.
Now, this is the 4th flood in this area in 18 months, and every single time it happens, we ask our leaders, what is the solution? And they say, now's not the time, now's not the time. Well, now is the time, because in between, when there's no floods, they're clearly not doing enough. It's a sentiment the local mayors agree with.
It's just too much. They can't take any more, and that's why we're here. We need immediate action, and the immediate action that our residents are calling for is the raising of the Warringah Dam wall.
Who's failed here?
Everyone's failed. This has been going, like I said, for 30 years this has been going on. We've had Liberal and Labor state governments, we've had Liberal and Labor federal governments. It just seems like it's just too hard.
What's $1,000 going to do to a whole family?
And then when you can't work for, like, as I said, March was a write-off. Bills still need to be paid, rent still needs to be paid, still need to eat. I've got child support, there's all... What do you do?
They are a community desperately trying to recover. But amid the chaos and the clean-up, there's hope. And it's clear the Australian spirit is stronger than ever.
We want to get in. It's a sense of community. And when you see the devastation, how can you not want to help?
You've done many, many years of doing this. Do you think you'll give it up ever, or you'll do it to the day you die?
I think once you've got orange in your blood, you've got orange in your blood forever. Once you have that motivation to help people and you want to do something, you're kind of stuck here, I think. It's what we do, you put the training in and you just want to help people.
It comes down to the Aussie spirit. You help your neighbours out, you help your friends out.
Yeah, they really are incredible people. And I'll be honest, I thought we'd encounter a lot of tears, and I'm sure there have been plenty of those this week, but not in front of us. The overriding emotion was anger. I spoke to so many people off camera. Some were so angry they could barely speak. Some so sick of it all, not just the floods, but the media. Cameras rock up and then they don't see them again until there's another disaster. The same old cycle, the same old debate, the same old crap. It was really heartbreaking.